guys, Lynn with Catnaps here, and I just want to do a demonstration on how to clean your cat's eyes at home, since a lot of Persians and light colored or white cats need regular eye cleaning at home. It's always good to know what products to use and how to use them so you're not irritating their eye area. So this is my Persian Pandy. I have several Persians that live with me, and this is Pandy. And so she's only got one eye, so I'll demonstrate on her and then I'll demonstrate on my exotic king as well. So there's a couple ways that you can clean the eye area. You always want to use the gentlest products possible, and then you can always kind of do a little bit more, but you do have to kind of get in there and rub a little bit just to make sure you're going to break up any gunk that's already there. So her eyes do get pretty gunky. And so I've got a couple options. So now I have my little tray that I always keep their ear and eye stuff on, which I've already gone over with you, my favorites. So the first way I'm going to go about it is with that wipe I mentioned. It's called Lid and Lash. This is a really nice wipe type of product that you can get through Amazon, and it was recommended to me by a veterinarian, and I really like it. So you only need one per eye. You don't want to use the same cotton ball or eye pad on both eyes. So I like to stand on a counter height table so that I'm very comfortable, and I usually put a towel or something down so they're not sliding around so much. So I'm going to go ahead and I just hold under their chin, and I'm just going to gently wipe the eye area, and sometimes that means kind of rubbing back and forth just to start breaking up. You can start to see I'm breaking up a lot of this little gunks, and I'll kind of pinch the eye wipe on some of the more gunky area. I know, good girl. Good girl. So that's kind of my first pass through is with one. And then I'll come in with a clean cotton ball. And in this time I'm going to use the saline eye wash to just gently wipe and help to get more of this gunk out. And then I'll come in with my small comb, and I don't want to poke her in the eye, but I want to get all around it just so I can make sure I get all the little gunks. Now it's going to be a little bit damp, so you can use a paper towel and pat the area dry. Now it's okay if the eye area is a little bit pink when you do this, because obviously we're rubbing, but it's better to get all that gunk off instead of letting it sit and lead to, you know, buildup or even an eye infection. So if you have a white cat, sometimes what I'll do is I'll take a little bit of an Eye Safe powder. Now there are several brands that you can get this type of powder. A really common one is called Eye Envy. But you want ones, you can find them by a lot of cat breeders or Persian show people. You can usually get a really good eye powder, and it's just this white powder. And what you're going to do after you pat the area dry, you're just going to take a fluffy makeup brush, and we're just going to push it right under the eye area, not into the eye itself, not into the nose or the mouth. And you don't want a lot, you're really just using a little tiny bit. And we're just pushing it under the eye area. And I'll go in with my comb. So what this little bit of powder is going to do is it's going to envelop each of the hair follicles, each of the hair strands, so that when she has additional tearing, it's not going to as easily sink in and soak up into the hair shaft, which is what causes the staining. So using a little tiny bit of the eye powder is a good way to prevent stains. So if your area is already stained, the best thing you can do is to just keep it clean on a daily basis, clean and dry, and wait for the stained area to grow out. This is my exotic short hair king, so he also gets teary eyes. His are not quite so bad. So for him, I can either just use the saline eye wash. So now I like to put my saline solution in these small tubs that when I press on them, the liquid comes up through the top. So it's kind of a one-handed application, which I really, really like. And so it all stays in my little tray. And so I'll just use a slightly dampened cotton ball and just gently wipe his eye area just to get rid of. So you can see I'm hugging him close to my body so that way he can't really jump off the table or escape very easily. And I always want to make sure to use a clean cotton ball when I switch to the other eye. And you just need a little bit. You can always do another round of cotton balls, because cotton balls are really inexpensive, and so is saline solution. So we're just going to go in. Now you can also use a small washcloth if you'd rather use that than cotton balls. I just like a nice soft washcloth just to dry the area. And there we go. So we've got nice clean eye areas. Now his is more of maybe a weekly basis or a bi-weekly basis, whereas my white Persians tend to need it every day or every other day. Usually with the slightly stronger products like the eye wipes, or I mentioned the Vetericyn eye wash. These are both really good, and I say that they're stronger, but they're both very gentle. But what I like about both of them is that they have products that are going to help soothe the skin around where I'm kind of rubbing into the skin so that they're not so pink and irritated afterwards. Whereas the saline solution is just a really nice option for your very regular maintenance.